Meh.
Meh. Meh.
So, hi! In case you're wondering why I'm drinking a Crush Orange soda. So the other day I was having a conversation in my head and Michelle asked me, what are you thinking right now? And you know how sometimes you're thinking like some off-the-wall thought that you would never admit to somebody? You're just like, oh, I wonder what clowns taste like. Or something off the wall. Because what I was thinking is, oh man, I would love to have a Crush Orange soda right now. But I didn't exactly want to admit it, so I was trying to think of a quick way out of it, and I'm like, what am I thinking? And I'm like, crush. Why do they call it crush? I mean, when you have a crush on someone, why do they call it a crush? Is it because you are being crushed by the emotions that you carry towards someone? Or because you are crushing someone else with the emotions that you're carrying towards them? Why do you call it a crush?
So he told me he was wondering the origin of crush, and my first reaction was to laugh because it was funny. And then I'm like, let's find out. And so I Googled it. So what we came up with was the original meaning was to be spoony on someone. Spoony.
Spoony.
Spoony. To spoon with a lady in the 1820s. Was to make goo-goo eyes and whisper baby talk to her in the hope of future considerations, which is not what spooning means today. It's escalated since then, which led into MASH. MASH was regarded as a spoon diet, so it became MASH on someone, which then MASH evolved into crush on someone. And that is the origin of having a crush on someone.
So what if you have a mash crush on someone instead of a mad crush? It's a
That
mash
is
crush.
like double.
After we read that, we were like, well, I wonder what other phrases have really interesting things behind them too. Basically, here's what we were coming up with.
I googled weird word origins and we found the best list, beginning with fizzle,
Fizzle.
which has a very nice picture of Mr. Bean. So what do you think fizzle means? It will really pertain to you.
Will it pertain to me? I don't know if I like that or not. Whenever I think of fizzle, it's
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Just his face. Probably when you have a fizzle face.
Yeah.
Like a fizzle face. You know, yeah. Somebody says something disgusting, you're like,
Well, disgusting would be the word.
A fizzle is really.
Fizzle is to break wind quietly. And then we all smell it.
Oh, so it's like a silent but deadly.
Silent but deadly. Fizzle.
Fizzle. You just let it fizzle out. Run away.
Run away! The word comes from the Old English fisting, which means farting, and is totally related to our word feisty.
I got nothing.
English is strange.
America.
Do you know where the word avocado comes from?
It comes from a tree.
An avocado comes from a tree, but the word avocado comes from the word, and I might mispronounce this, ahuacatl. It's an Aztec language called Nahuatl.
Nahuatl.
And the Aztecs weren't afraid to call things like they saw them. What I'm saying is that the Aztecs saw avocados like testicles. Avocado means testicles.
So instead of having like a ball fry, as they call it, where you eat like sheep testicles and cow testicles, it could just be called an avocado fest.
Exactly. Rocky Mountain avocados.
Yeah.
Good one.
Ooh, just see the avocados on that one.
Did your avocados drop?
Oh no. Oh.
I didn't think he was gonna do it. He's got massive avocados. What you got? What you got? What you got?
So these next two kind of go together.
Any guesses on the origin of whiskey?
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Kind of sounds like a whisper, or risky, with a horrible enunciation of the W. I did actually have a friend once that couldn't pronounce his W's, and his name was Tweva, and he had a problem pronouncing his Awas. And out of nowhere, I just burst out laughing, and everybody's like, what the hell is so funny? And I'm just like, he would make a horrible pirate.
Pirate?
Well, what do pirates mostly say?
Aug.
Yeah, so imagine.
Arr.
There,
Right.
thank you, Matt. So imagine the guy who
Aug.
cannot pronounce his R's saying
Aug.
Aug.
Boy, that's scary.
In my head, it just I went places with it.
So the companion as well with this is, what do you think vodka means?
I think
What's
it's
the
the
word?
sound they make after tasting it, or the next day.
Well, please give
After
us an
having it.
example.
You know, like like if you take a drink, or if you're in the bathroom, it's like, what'd you have to drink? Why are you so sick? Vodka. You know?
So they both come from different places. Whiskey is from a Gaelic word, and vodka is from a Russian.
Well, of course, because the
Of
Russians found out with their potatoes that they could make vodka.
But whiskey.
It goes without saying that the Russians make good vodka with their potatoes.
Whiskey means water of life.
Oh.
Yes. It says Scottish people take their drinking really freaking seriously. Vodka is tiny water, little water,
Whiny totter.
whiny totter.
Whiny totter. Make your avocados drop.
With a bit of tiny water.
Bits.
Tragedy.
Tragedy.
Tragedy. Everybody knows this one.
Tragedy. Tragedy.
Comes from the Greek tragodia or something. Yeah, tragodia.
Try it.
Meaning-
Yeah.
The song of the male goat. The ancient Greeks thought goats were crazy.
What do we do with crazy people? Folks, what do we do with witches? Burn 'em at stake.
We could sing a goat song to you every time we say your name.
Oh no.
I feel like I do that anyway, like whenever I'm bothered, I'm just like, meh, meh.
Oh, I think you get this one.
Alright, it was a good one.
That was a good one.
What is your best guess?
My best guess?
Your best guess on where mortgage comes from?
And if you're wrong, we'll take your second best guess.
Yes.
Mortgage? Kind of sounds like mortuary. Reminds me of something with death.
Ooh.
But I want to whim here, grasping at straws.
Well, you're on the
You're
right
grasping
track.
at some
I'm on the right
You're on the
track.
right
Whoa,
track.
my straws are on the right place there. Mortgage, mortgage, I'm just rereading the word. I don't know. Hit me.
The word mortgage comes from the Old French mort, which means
Mortuary.
dead,
Mortuary, yes.
and gage, which means pledge. So it's a death pledge.
Makes sense. I need to take a death pledge on my house. You already have 3. Well, I have 4 children. It's okay.
Oh.
And the person who wrote this says, and now I don't want to buy a house anymore.
Oh, hell no.
A death pledge. Maybe we should dig a little further into
Just
that
dig a
one.
little deeper.
Dig it a little deeper in the well.
I don't know about the well.
Or wherever it is you did.
It's a song.
What you got?
The phrase "mind your p's and q's." You guys have any idea what that phrase could mean, or like? I mean, obviously you know what it means, like where it's used, but you know like where it originally came from.
Something about speech impediments? P's and Q's.
No.
Okay. That was my best guess.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Am I way
So, originally when bartenders, back in the day, obviously, when bars were first made, the bartender could only serve the drinks in pints and quarts. So the phrase "mind your p's and q's" means mind your pints and quarts, to make sure. That's how they got the tally of like how much booze was served during the nights, was with the pints and the quarts. So mind them, keep an eye on them, know how much has been served in the night. And another one I have is
Another one.
the phrase honeymoon. You guys know why it's even called a honeymoon?
Well, honey is sweet, and it would be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You're on the right track.
Okay, so honey is sweet, and moons?
I feel like I lost you already.
Okay, I'm lost.
Honeymoon. The reason it's called that is because back in the day, again, I like how I can bring that back in the day. Maybe we should look up back in the day.
Back in the day.
Although that's kind of like a self-explanatory one. You know, like back in the day. Did you know it's been exactly a year ago today?
What?
Anyway, moving on.
Nah!
Honeymoon. Back in the day, it was just strictly mead, which is honey wine. The father of the bride would buy the new husband or his new son-in-law, whatever, as much mead as he could drink within the night. Moon. Honeymoon.
We don't do that anymore.
We don't. We should. What a
We
great
should.
way to celebrate a honeymoon. To get as toasted as you can on mead.
The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. That's all we got. Please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time.
Hey guys, I just frizzled.
So the other night, when we were saving this, you said something, because we were talking about avocado, and you said something that played right in, and we're like... And then we're like, we can't tell them because we're gonna like...
Well, because I was saying, like, if you put mayonnaise on an avocado, it tastes like a... And you guys are like, tastes like what? And I was like, it tastes like an artichoke heart. And then you guys are like, wait, what?